Song 5. The Chieftain of Mankind is born in David's hill fort. Then there came a decree from Fort Rome, from the great Octavian, who had the power over the whole world, an order from Caesar to his wide realm, sent to every king enthroned in his homeland, to all Caesar's army commanders governing the people of any territory. It said that everyone living outside their own country should return to their homeland upon receipt of the message. It stated that all the warrior heroes were to return to their assembly place. Each one was to go back to the clan of which he was a family member by birth in a hill fort. That command was sent out over the whole world. People came together at all the hill forts. The messengers who had come from Caesar were men who could read and write, and they wrote everyone's name down very carefully in a report, both name and nationality, so that no human being could escape from paying the tax which each warrior had on his head. The good Joseph went also with his household, just as God ruling mightily willed it. He made his way to his shining home, the hill fort at Bethlehem. This was the assembly place for both of them, for Joseph the hero and for Mary the good, the holy girl. This was the place where in olden days the throne of the great and noble King David stood for as long as he reigned, enthroned on high, an Earl of the Hebrews. Joseph and Mary both belonged by birth to his household. They were of good family lineage, of David's own clan. I have heard it told that the shining workings of fate and the power of God told Mary that on this journey a son would be granted to her, born in Bethlehem, the strongest child, the most powerful of all kings, the great one, come powerfully to the light of mankind, just as foretold by many visions and signs in this world by many days before. At that time, it all came to pass, just as wise men had said long ago, that the protector of people would come in a humble way, by his own power, to visit this kingdom of earth. His mother, that most beautiful woman, took him, wrapped him in clothes and precious jewels, and then with her 2 hands laid him gently, the little man, that child, in a fodder crib, even though he had the power of God and was the chieftain of mankind. There the mother sat in front of him and remained awake, watching over the holy child and holding it. There was no doubt in the mind or in the heart of the holy maid. What had happened became known to many over this wide world. The guards heard it, as horse servants were outside. They were men on sentry duty watching over the horses, the beasts of the field. They saw the darkness split in two in the sky, and the light of God came shining through the clouds and surrounded the guards out in the field. Those men began to feel fear in their hearts. They saw the mighty angel of God coming toward them. He spoke to the guards face to face and told them that they should not fear any harm from the light. "I am going to tell you," he said, "something wonderful, something very deeply desired. I want to let you know something very powerful. Christ is now born on this very night, God's holy child, the good chieftain at David's hill fort. What happiness for the human race, a boon for all men. You can find him, the most powerful child, at Fort Bethlehem. Take what I now tell you in truthful words as a sign. He is here, wrapped up, lying in a fodder crib. Even though he is king over all the earth and the heavens, and over the sons of all the peoples, the ruler of the world." Just as he said that word, an enormous number of the holy army, the shining people of God, came down to the one angel from the meadows of heaven, saying many words of praise for the Lord of peoples. They then began to sing a holy song as they wended their way through the clouds towards the meadow of heaven. The guards heard how the angels in their power praised the Almighty God most worshipfully in words. "Glory now be," they said, to the Lord Chieftain himself in the highest reaches of heaven, and peace on earth to the sons of men, men of good will, those who because of their clear minds recognize God." The herdsmen understood that something great had been told to them, a merry message. They decided to go to Bethlehem that night. They wanted very much to be able to see Christ himself.